some onions and they were like brownish, and so I added some lamb on there. This is what it looks like. I'm making lamb and potatoes today. And I like to keep my heat on like a medium low. As you can see, this is turning brown on both sides. You don't want to burn it too much because then it will be like all dried up. It's a nice piece of lamb. And I have some garlic right here that I'm going to chop in a second. What I normally do is like I like to mash them and keep them whole. I don't like to like chop them too much because that loses the flavor. You can see it's getting a little bit browner. The heat is on medium low. I got my garlic like mushed right here. So I'm gonna take it out of there and keep it whole. It gives a lot of more flavor. If you haven't tried it, try it like this. And you'll notice the difference where it's like people like to chop it and then put it in there. It loses a lot of flavor. This keeps the flavor and you'll definitely notice a difference in your food. Alright, so I got the onions naked right here. And I'm gonna keep a little bit on this side and put these in there. Like you can mush them a little bit more if that's how you like it, but I like to keep them like this so they're, like I said, you can taste them. So just put some in here, and it brings out more of the flavor. And I'm gonna chop these actually, like with this big knife. Alright. So as you can see, this is still cooking. I have those big pieces of garlic in there, but I didn't chop this finely, but I did it like to where it's like still bulky. So I like to taste my garlic and my lamb and potatoes. So since I don't have a pressure cooker, or some people call it cooker pressure, I'm gonna pretty much add some water to this. Wait. Sorry guys. I'm gonna add some water to this and then let it simmer for about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Oh, and you know what? I forgot to add something. That was salt, pepper, and tamarind, I think. Okay, forgot that step. And I'm mentioning this in my cooking recipe so you can actually hear me. That was like a blooper. It's supposed to be like beep, but it's not beeped out. I like to keep my stuff original. So anyways, we can let this cook and cover it. So we're gonna cover it for about 20 to 30 minutes as it gets tender. Tinder, not Tinder, okay guys, no Tinder. This is my cooking show. My cooking YouTube video, so no Tinder. So while this cooks and gets tender, we're gonna cover it for about 20 to 30 minutes. So this is coming to a good boil. As you can see it and hear it. I got some more garlic and tiny little tomatoes right there. But this is coming to a boil. It's getting tender. And I'll add my potatoes. And we'll go from there. I got the potatoes all chopped up. You can slice them as thin as you want. I got them like medium sliced right here. As you can see. The reason I have them in the water is so they don't turn color, like a darker color. In case you didn't notice that, I mean, in case some people don't know that, that's like a little trick that you can do. Just put them in cold water while the meat is cooking, so they don't turn like dark brown or blackish. Not blackish, but brown. Alright, so as you can see, the meat is getting a little tender. I like to poke it with my knife. Old-fashioned way, and it's getting a little tender. So when it's getting a little tender, you want to add your ingredients like the potatoes. It's a little soupy, but it'll get like a thicker as it keeps cooking. Trying to flip it with my knife here. Actually, I was reaching for this spoon. There it goes. Okay, so I flipped it. So let it cook, and as it gets tender, like this is getting a little tender, so then you can add your potatoes. Alright, so here it's like I'm about to add the potatoes. It's getting, I had to put it on a little bit high heat. And you don't want to add this water to it, so you're going to drain it out. And like I said earlier, that you got to drain, you got to keep the potatoes in the cold water so it doesn't turn. So I'm going to drain this water and put it in there. So I have the potatoes. I'm going to put them in there. Pop, pop, pop. Alright, so now that's in there. You want to let it like cook as they get a little softer. You can add more if you want. This is like to serve 2 people. If you're gonna serve like more, you can add accordingly. So I've added the potatoes. I do want to add a little bit of tomatoes. It's up to you if you do or do not want to add the tomatoes. And after that, I'm going to cover it. While I'm covering it, I'm going to chop some cilantro. So here I have my cilantro chopped up. As you can see, this is chopped up and it's going to get in here. Ooh, it's steamy. And we're almost done with this. I have the heat on high because it's almost done cooking. Alright, so this is getting about done. It's getting a little thicker. If you like, you can keep your soup a little thinner or thicker. I like mine to where it's like this. And it's about done. So it's about done, and I'm going to add some cilantro to it just to garnish it. And then there it goes. So it's ready to eat. As you can see, the potatoes are getting a little tender. Right there, you can see that. And I'm going to cover it and simmer it on low heat. And then you can enjoy it. Awesome. The only thing I didn't add on to that except is your choice of jalapenos. You can add jalapenos for flavor or add a little butter at the end. So this is your potatoes and lamb dish. Enjoy!